Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Program with Pags. It's your lovely host, Pags. Guys, I did a ton of work over the week. Right now it's Thanksgiving. You can hear my dryer just going crazy in the background. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna roll with the punches. But did a ton of work on the project management system, Team Syncer, guys. If you want to start visiting the Team Syncer, you can sign up. There's a free service right now, a free tier service. And we are up to, I believe, 66 users, something like that. So you go to teamsyncer.com. Here's how you spell it, TEAMSYNCR.com. And this is the project that the Code Chronicles is like largely based around, if not actually like 99%, except for episode 1 of the Code Chronicles. But you could log in, sign up. It's free to use, and I won't explain more on that, but I will explain more on what's being done and worked on in the behind the scenes on my end. So let me zoom in just a smidge so you guys can see. Let's go to the dashboard. I'm logged in. Back on the local host, not the teamsyncer.com, not the live version. But the biggest thing, I had all these issues, just tiny bugs, largely based around the Kanban page. And the biggest problem was just the reactivity of the application. I was having huge issues. But the good news is I fixed a lot of them with the help of a lot of comments and people. Well, looks like here might be an issue, actually. Another one that just popped up. Error fetching users. Weird. So right now it should be fetching a user, so that could be a huge issue, obviously. This is a very important, as I'm asking you guys to go sign up and check it out, this is part of the sign up process. So this is a hugely important thing that I need to check out real quick. Let's see, check for projects, see what's going on. If no response, let's see, are we even getting a response? I don't know if we are, folks. I don't know if we are. Let me try to just reset the server real quick. But I spent a lot of Thanksgiving time back in Colorado with my family, and it just you know, I spent a lot of time just writing the writing the software, folks. And it shows. The entire application is almost done. That dryer is really annoying. It's not it, but chunk layout error, I learned, is just when you need to refresh your cache. So I just need to delete the .next file and rebuild it. But okay, so this is perfect. So we're waiting user ID, looking for API projects by user, and looks like we're not getting a response. So that's good to know. That's good to know that we're not getting a response there. I'm unsure why. I'm sure it has something to do with the notes component that we just added. So I'll go to pages real quick, API, and I think it's only relevant to old users who don't have notes in their projects. So if I delete this, I think it'll work now. But if you're a new user and sign up, it should not be an issue at all. So I'll have to think of a way to work around it. Let me see if it'll fetch. It may not be. Maybe another issue. Console log user ID. Right off the start, folks, Code Chronicles, we are just right off the start dealing with an issue. Right off rip. I was so excited to show you guys the progress, and then boom, we just got smacked in the face. Unbelievable. So I will definitely have to look at that, but I made a list on my phone when I was on the plane of a lot of things that I want to add to Team Syncer as a whole. And it's some really cool stuff. So I'm very, very, very excited for what is coming down the pipeline. But we need to figure this out right now. I'm unsure to what broke on why projects aren't being fetched. It was working like a charm. It was so beautiful. And I don't know if I messed with something. Let's see. I was messing with the update tasks. I was on Thanksgiving working on this, and then at the airport working on this. In the lounge, and just literally in the side of the airport working on this. So I very much could have done something wrong in my process of working on things, but let's just try to sign in, sign out to the Nintendo trick where you pull out the thing and oh, let's think. Okay, I don't even want the length online, so we'll see if that password works. Let's see. So I'm signing in. You can see to TeamSyncer, showing you guys the sign up process in real time. Maybe that's all it was, is I was signed out of the account and there was an issue of the token thought I was still signed in or something. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep working through it, guys. Let's see what is going on. Why is it? It is not behaving at all. Literally how it was just like 20 minutes ago, which is very, very, very interesting. So what I will do is delete this. Maybe I could show you guys the live version instead and show you the updates that have happened, because they should be working on the live version, which was huge as well, because we had things working on the local version but not on the live version, which was really interesting. It had to do with edge functions and cold starts for Vercel's serverless stuff. So, but worked a lot on that and ironed out a lot of those issues. Maybe not though. Why is it all just being a pain right now? You know? Golly. Huh. I am so dumbfounded on why. Oh, I can't sign into MongoDB. I wonder if there's an issue there. That would be hugely a reason why. So we might have topped out the free tier service, which is completely acceptable. Or if we had a DDoS attack, which I just added rate limiting to prevent on the front end, but I didn't do it on other APIs. Unfortunate. That would irritate me right now. Let's see. Let's see what's going on, folks. So I got MongoDB popped up over here. I just don't want to fully disclose stuff, but so we have the live version and the localhost version dealing with issues. I think it's just a data issue, because I'm trying to sign into MongoDB right here and it's saying can't do it. So it looks like it's just a database access issue. I need to add more security potentially, or it's a storage issue, meaning the free tier ceiling has been potentially met. Or another thing is maybe MongoDB is having an issue as well, potentially. So those are kind of three ideas of what might be going on, just diagnosing the issue very quick. We will explore all three of those. I do know that, you know what? I signed out of all my accounts as well. So I wonder if it has something to do with that me signing out of these accounts, obviously signed out of MongoDB also. Very much could have. So yeah, let's dive into MongoDB. Sorry guys, I'm trying to handle this on the fly. I meant it to be just a smooth Code Chronicles episode, and then here we are, here we are. So right now I'm hunting down the email real quick of what's going on in Mongo. It says get ready for your Atlas cluster. Oh, these are just new clusters that Mongo is integrating to their service. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, guys. If not, I could generate, well, I wouldn't want to generate a new database. That would suck to lose all that data. Oh. So here's what it says is your cluster has automatically been paused due to prolonged inactivity, which I find ironical because we have not had any inactivity. It's been completely active every single day since we've used it. So I hit resume. Let's see. I'm trying to just see if there's any data that I need to hide. I don't think there is. So yeah, I'll show you guys this. I think it's okay. And if not, I'm planning on scaling this data anyway to AWS at some point. This is on AWS anyways. So new clusters take between 1 to 3 minutes to provision. So guys, bear with me for a sec. Anyways, I will talk about the challenges in the code base and the things that I was updating. The biggest challenge for everyone who's seen from like episode 50 to now is going to be everything around this Kanban page. All the draggable stuff, it was a challenge. A very, 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 very strong challenge for me. So I got a rough hold on it, but I had to do things like store the column, right? Then I also, because we can swap columns, and for those who are new and still watching at this point, first of all, forgive me. I know it's maybe not the best first episode if you're new to the series. Just right smacked in the face, right, with a big problem, but it looks like we figured it out relatively quick. And yeah, so but the thing that Team Syncer is, it's a personal management solution, a project management solution where you have projects with task columns, and then within your task columns you have tasks. And being able to reorder those columns on the fly for users to drag and drop them was tremendously difficult. Took over 1,000 lines of code just for that one kind of Kanban component. And like just for the DOM side of it, just the DOM nodes of getting everything all like draggable and droppable. But the thing is, after you drop it, now I need to store that order. I almost need to store the state for these things on the database, and that's exactly actually what I'm doing. So we're still waiting on the database. This is a good problem to know. Very tough too, because I'm actually still onboarding people to the application, and then what a frustrating issue. What a frustrating thing. So I need to think of a more robust way, maybe to have more clusters than just one, because that's obviously not acceptable to do. And maybe this is a different issue too, but the point is, guys, I had a lot of things to. Okay, here we go. Boom. Visualize your data. Here we go. Explore charts. Let's see if we can reconnect now. Let's see. Hopefully we didn't lose that data too. That would stink. That would really suck. That would really, really be disappointing. Oh, I might need to reconnect. Oh no, that might mean I did. That would be really unfortunate, because I just started building this thing. That would set me back from, I had like 67 users, and that would set us back to ground zero basically. Not really ground zero, but obviously would not be ideal at all. So I hope it doesn't delete the data from the cluster. That would really, 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 really suck. That would really suck. It said authentication failed. Okay, so this is just a pain in the tail episode, it looks like. But I wanted to show you guys, what was going on and how all these things were working. Okay, it's loading. Authentication still failed. Visualize your data. So this is a good lesson then to learn early on if I need to have copies of my data. So my data is sharding, or yeah, I have shards of data. Because if I just lost all that data, that would suck. Like I just built the application to almost be like it's like 95% there, at least with all the meat and potatoes that it is today. And people are reporting issues and bugs. That would really, really bum me out, guys. Unless I'm on the wrong account, potentially. Okay, so that could be it. It could just be a silly thing like that. Let me try other emails that I have. Potentially that's what's going on. But these are good thoughts to have of like how to build a more robust data system, right? Right, because the last thing I want to have is to actually lose the data. That's like the most important, like, and being obviously a functioning service. So here I have another account that I've logged into, and it looks like it's still up and running. And I think this was actually the one. Yeah. Ay, 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 guys. Ay, ay, ay. So the Code Chronicles, if you guys are here, this is kind of more of a hangout thing, just kind of shooting the stuff and relaxing and showing me building a SaaS product, because that's kind of the craziest part is now I can literally say I've built a SaaS application. That used to have used tentatively. We won't make the claim right now that it's currently with tons of users, but I think that's fantastic. Okay, so I think what's going on is server selection timed out after 3,000 milliseconds. Okay, so something's going on then with this, because this is the right account. I was on the wrong account earlier, and it looks like something might be going on. So I don't know if it is a DDoS attack or something. That would be really, really interesting. An error occurred while querying your MongoDB deployment. Ooh, I am going to be pissed if someone tried to do that. But good to figure it out at a smaller size. It looks like someone might have, to be honest. So I want to see the last. So I'm looking at, I don't know how much of this stuff I want to share with you guys, because there's like certain things that I don't want to dox to the public, but right now I'm looking at the networks tab here. I can screenshot. How about this? I'll screenshot this and I'll show this bit. Let me just double check, make sure. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at, is the networks tab, and seeing what happened in the last 1 week. So you can see the activity, right, of people logging in, firing off requests, connections, all these things. And I just want to make sure that no crazy spike of ridiculous number happened or something, because that would be obviously indicative of something bad. So potentially. So I don't know what's going on then, because I don't see that. I don't know if MongoDB updated something. Guys, this might be a really short episode because, yeah, there's not a lot I can do. At least. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. We'll turn it into something good. So another idea I wanted to have with the Team Syncer as a whole was to also have this like landing page-esque thing. So maybe this is a perfect time to work on this. So this is kind of the application side of it, where there's maybe I'll explain the architecture and then we'll build it. I won't explain the full architecture, but just a rough idea, and then we'll go ahead and maybe piece together some sort of template that would act as the landing page. But in essence, here is, here's a diagram of a short I just recorded on TypeScript and contracts, which is really cool. So I would highly recommend checking that out. But let's see. So I just want to see the blank diagram, and here it is. Here it is. Oh, here it is. And basically Team Syncer, right, how I'm thinking of it, and you might have seen some diagrams that I've built in the past, like the systems design of how Team Syncer is really broken down, right? So there's, you know what I mean, the API layer. So we have the front end, right, the API layer, and then obviously the databases, which we've seen now, there's some issues. So in all my data models, and this is roughly, obviously, you know, there's a lot of relationships and things that I'm leaving out right now just for simplicity. But, you know, I've got my users and what else? We got users, you know, a few other things, and all the relationships in between all these things and much more. But basically, this is all Team Syncer as a whole. Is we have all these kind of, you know, just basic application, right? Or I should say basic structure rather, of you know, your database, API, and front end, and obviously all the front end components, stores, server components, all these things. But the biggest thing is all this is packaged up as Team Syncer. So boom, however it's all broken down, this is all Team Syncer, and I'll say this is the app. And what I want to have is ultimately kind of other potential applications down the road. So they would exist over here, but to do it kind of side, left and right is a little bit weird, I feel like, from a user experience. So maybe this would be another app, right? Another service, and fundamentally another application. But what I want to build, and this is what I think we can tackle today roughly quick, is some sort of landing page that explains what Team Syncer is. Obviously I have my about page, but that's kind of just like was roughly thrown together. But I want to have a landing page where you can click on the upper right corner that's like, hey, go to Team Syncer, go to the application, and it shoots you off to the application. And then also it could explain what potentially this other application will be. Now I obviously know what it's going to be, but for you guys being viewers, you know, I'm not going to fully disclose it yet. So I'm very, very, very excited for the new additions coming down to the pipeline of Team Syncer. But reason being, oh, and not to mention one more point is I did start building out kind of an employee side of Team Syncer as well. Some sort of portal where people can log in and monitor and track users. So that was actually really fun to see. But the point is there's kind of this landing page before. Well, technically, you know, public won't have access to the employees portal, but this landing page will ultimately push people to, you know, first it explains, hey, what this is all about, and then it can also extend into this system even more. So really excited to be honest. But with that being said, we don't have this built yet, and this is much smaller of an application right now. It's a fraction of the size of Team Syncer, but what we can start to tackle is this landing page, this piece right here. And it doesn't need to be massive. It can actually be pretty lightweight, you know, comparatively to the application. But I do think it would do a service for the whole system. You know, just giving people who aren't going directly to teamsyncer.com, but going to maybe like teamsyncer.com/info, or maybe I start a new URL for it. But yeah, so that's the idea. And honestly, guys, I'm not gonna hand code it or I might. If I do, I'm thinking of stealing this landing page that I built for Infiniscrape because it's just so like pretty and simple. And building a Team Syncer version of it. So that's one idea, is just kind of use this as a template. Another idea I had was I've seen these pre-built Next.js templates, and there's some good ones. They're great, you know, like they're awesome. And I don't need something crazy, right? And I'm a one-man band, guys, so I have to find little leverage points to shortcut my time all the time right now, because I can't spend 3 months building a front-end web page. Like I won't. I refuse to do that. So this is one quick idea that obviously I have the code for all this and built this myself, so I know how it all works. And this is like all I need is just like, here's your platform landing page that I could say here's an about, and then here's kind of like the 2 applications in the works, and which one do you want to go to, and here's documents of or documentation above. So that's one. If not, I want to find a 3D template for Next.js, because there are some really, really cool web pages that are 3D. So I might do something like this as well. And forgive me, but I think JavaScript Mastery has a 3D portfolio that he made. If his GitHub repo is public right now, we are going to go ahead and steal that and rip it off. Forgive me, guys. We have this, which I don't want to do. Let's see if we can find the repository. But it's a pretty build. It is, and I don't need all of it. I just need portions of it. But here's roughly what it looks like. Just clean. It's crisp. It's simple. Obviously, there's a lot of pretty stuff going on, and I may even have done this in the past. I vaguely remember. So I want to look GitHub code right here. Boom. There it is. GitHub code snippets. I think this is it, guys. So we're just gonna steal this. Project 3D portfolio. We could steal it and then just embellish upon it, I think is going to be the idea here. So how to do it, clone right here, GitHub this, and let's just get out of that, right? So unfortunate to see this right now, the team syncer issue, but perhaps it's for the best, and then cool. So I'm going to go to iTerm or terminal, one of the two. Remind me later. Dismiss tip, and let's see where we're at. We're going to go to the desktop, and I believe CD task manager. I don't know where I put task manager, but that's fine. So I'll say landing page. Let's say CD landing page. And then I could say git clone and then paste in that link that I copied earlier. Guys, I learned this with music as well, which is like good artists create, great artists steal. And what is this? Get not found. Interesting. Okay, so maybe they like decommissioned that or something, but great artists steal. Meaning if someone's, and I'm not advocating to do it all the time, but what I am advocating is if let's see, maybe you have to like give it a star or something first. It's 0% TypeScript, which is not our jive, but I will happily use it for a landing page. I wouldn't do it for an application, but boom. Oh, okay. So I must have copied and pasted it twice or something. Let's see what it's about. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in here. But the point I wanted to pop on was great artists steal, good artists create. And you should be able to be capable of both, but there's a lot of ego involved if you're unwilling to tuck your tail and say, no, like this is an awesome portfolio. And why not just start with this as the base and move forward from there? Why not? And people will say all this stuff. Oh my God, you don't know how to code. Oh my God, all this stuff. And I literally just like don't care. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it with music. I've seen other artists who are like, oh, you use samples. Well, that's not real music. And then it's like I sold out shows with it and like went on to go get hundreds of thousands of streams. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant or egotistical. I'm just saying that to teach a point of, don't be afraid. Don't do the ego thing and say, oh, well, I have to hand make everything, when it's like you're asserting that you're better than every other musician, or in this case, you're better than every other software engineer. When it's like, this is fantastic. Whoever built this is clearly really smart. It's the JavaScript master dude. He's really, really talented. So, but we're not going to steal all of it. We're just going to use inspirations, of course. Like I'll probably put the Team Sinker logo right here instead of this. And then, yeah, maybe I'll steal some of this stuff from Infiniscrape and pop it here, because I don't necessarily like how all of it's done. It's kind of cool, but definitely going to keep the timeline component. I think that's amazing. Yeah, and this is it. This is all I need. This is great. This is perfect. So this is literally awesome. And then I'll just put a huge thing up here. Go to landing page, or go to application. But yeah, just to hone on that point just a little bit more, I think I'm not trying to tell people what they should and should not do. I'm just trying to make a point of, oh, he's using higher order components. Nice. I'm just trying to make a point that it's completely okay to steal. And I think if you spend your whole life reinventing everything because of the sake of you're supposed to or something, it seems really arbitrary, right? Like we're all human beings, and here's a great example that like comes to my mind, right? I didn't personally invent fire, right? Absolutely, I did not. I did not invent fire. I did not invent the wheel, but I use those things every day, right? So you're kind of like vicariously stealing just by using stuff. But if we made a policy in life that you have to invent everything that you use, every human that was ever born, you would start from ground zero again. It'd be like, well, I was born in 2000, whatever, but I'm not allowed to use fire until I personally uncover it and discover it and build it myself. Like, it's just a dumb approach to go about life. Like, you know what I mean? So now I'm not going to steal this 100%, but we are definitely going to use it as a template and a base plate. So yeah, but I just wanted to get that out there so people aren't like, oh, well, you're stealing this. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I have zero shame in it. None. Zilch. At least for the landing page. Now, I'm obviously built Team Sinker as my own standalone application, and that's all documented. But as mentioned, I do not mind, doing stuff that, yeah, like this is not a problem to me at all. But what I do need to do is steal some of the assets now back from the task manager, ironical, and we need to pop it into this application now. So I need to start converting this over, and I think this is going to work great, guys. I really do. But yeah, so anybody who's like trying to quote unquote SHIT, I'm trying to keep my stuff YouTube friendly, guys. But SHIT on people for like, oh, you stole that. Guys, do it. You know what I mean? Like do it. Now, obviously do it in a respectful way, and you know what you're doing with other stuff. But if there's other things that you don't like, it's not a big deal. Don't take it all personal. And I don't know. I personally do not see, for the point I just mentioned earlier, why it's not a good idea to live like that, because it would just seem really, really arbitrary, and it would be a lot of time spent. If me as an individual man or human being, man or woman isn't relative to this point, but as an individual human being, have to rediscover or like invent a car or something just because of like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good idea. It seems silly. So I'm not going to do it. You know what I could do is actually pull in the 3D spline model into the landing page. Would be kind of cool, but I don't want it to be off. I don't know if that would help us or hurt us. Okay, so let's see. So base spline, where is it? Base spline, or is it base 3D? Here it is. Boom. 3D. And I think I might need to See if TypeScript's installed or not. I'm not sure if it is. Which obviously is no bueno. Okay. Oh, and you know what? Is this a React application or is this a Next application? That is going to be a question. And I need to see how to download Spline again real quick. Guys, for 3D small, like 3D modeling and imaging and stuff, Spline is a really good library. Would highly, highly, highly recommend it as well. React Legacy. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try Legacy peer dependencies. Let's try that out. See if that'll work. I think it did. And instead of the computer canvas, we're going to pull in the base 3D. Let's see. We're going to start just swapping out the colors and all this stuff. But whoever built this obviously did a fantastic, fantastic job. This is good. Base spline, does it exist? Yes, it does. Now, why is it? Oh, I see. Okay. Let's just JavaScript it up. See if that'll work. Oh, I see. It's not relevant to this. Use client as well. Might be throwing a little bit of a weird error or something. And all this use effect stuff, I don't think we actually need. Spline at runtime is not working. Okay. Guys, this might be a dash more tricky than what I just ran in here with all the audacity with. Let's see, GitHub Spline tool. How did we download it the first time? Okay, well that's not the biggest thing. It really is not. So let's see. SRC and let's pull in. Pull in that Team Syncer logo, right? So assets. Where do we put it? Where do we put it? Wasn't it just right here in assets? 3d.png. Okay. Let's try it out. See how that goes. Team Syncer logo. Boom. Let's try. npm run dev and boom. Let's see if it's firing back up or not. We might have broken some stuff, guys. We might have broke it all. We might have broke it all with the base spline stuff. Did it really? Okay, boom. Here we're back and let's see. Boom, there's our logo right there. Great. So let's wrap this and I'm going to get rid of this computer canvas. Say width, full, flex, justify center, item center. See what that does, right? Wow, that's looking good. That is looking good, guys. Let me just look at the computer canvas real quick to see how he did the height. I'm more of a flex like center type guy, justify center. Just min height screen, you know, but obviously to each his own. This is gonna look great, guys. I really, really think it will. So we just need to get this proper. Oh, that looks great. Boom, there it is. There it is. There it is. I'll say welcome. welcome to Team Syncer. And we need to get the pink color that Team Syncer's pink kind of is. So one of these, I imagine. I don't know if we had it in the other repository. But for the sake being, let's just kind of freestyle it right now. Actually go like this in the entire application. Oh, it's just right here. Okay, well, I was gonna say, and just replace it with this. And then obviously we have this violet gradient. Which looks just beautiful, just gorgeous. Does kind of look cool, to be honest with. URL, we blocked random user API portraits. Okay, I'll have to look into that. But golly, yeah, guys, we are definitely going to run with this. So huge thank you to JavaScript Mastery. Let's definitely start there, you know, and say thank you for doing that. This makes this 100 times easier for me, and shaves. Again, I'm a one-man band, right? Where I'm scouting for employees right now, for account executives, to commission only account executives, obviously to get this thing moving. But yeah, you know, this is the things that help me a ton, guys. So here's where it says Adrian. Boom. Let's get rid of this logo. Yeah, this is proper, folks. This is proper. So Adrian, JavaScript Mastery. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. Should I just take all this out? Just not have that and just kind of float the. Yeah, I kind of like that, to be honest. And I'll put the links on the right side, or on the left side actually, and then I'll put the this link. This would be to Team Syncer, right? Like go to app. Yeah, there we go. There we go, folks. And this would be that background, that violet color. So let's go to Tailwind and build that out. Guys, it's a little disorientating getting in a what's it, Team Syncer pink, but it's a little disorientating getting into a new repository initially, because you have to just kind of figure it out. Yeah, we got to figure that thing out too. That refresh API that it's constantly trying to. Team Syncer pink. There we go. Oh, I don't want the background. I want the text to be that, not the background. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so go to application. We want background, Team Syncer pink, and we want text white, and we want padding 4, right? And rounded corners, and maybe shadow MD or even XL, just to kind of do that. Cursor pointer, active scale, boom, 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 the goody goods, right? So transition on all that. Guys, this is awesome. This is just fantastic. And okay, so sweet. And that just takes us to the home page, which will obviously shoot it off to teamsyncer.com. So this was a lot easier than what I initially thought it would be, to be honest. I thought this was going to be much more difficult. But thanks to our guys at JSM, right? Now we got ourselves a little landing page. Team Syncer, boom. That's pretty suave. That's pretty Rico suave, if I had to say so myself. That's pretty Rico suave. That's pretty Rico suave, folks. All right, so that's awesome to see. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Maybe this will be a little bit bigger. We'll say font, semi-bold, I imagine. Boom, there we go. So we can always just go to the application, welcome to TeamSyncer, all this stuff, boom, 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 boom. And then I'll steal stuff from the About page in TeamSyncer. So let's just go to that, About, oops, and that's obviously crashed. But this way it's more of a wholesome ecosystem. And as I mentioned, I have something else down the barrel that I'm pretty excited to build. But it is something that is definitely going to take time. And it's, oh, you know what would be interesting is to put these repositories together and then have them pointing at the same HTML JSON. So then I don't have to like update it in both things. That was my dryer. So, yeah, that's, guys, this is going to work great though. I'm pretty pumped. Boom. So TeamSyncer, here's what it's about. Overview. What is TeamSyncer? Boom. Introduction. We can just get rid of that, I think. Just go straight there. Welcome. Spelled welcome wrong. Golly. Who does that? Who does that? Should I do this, I think? Welcome to TeamSyncer. Boom. I like that. Okay, so I develop 3D visuals and user interface applications. That is not what we do. What we do is we produce more productivity for user efficiency, or just for, we produce more productivity with the same, we produce more productivity more efficiently, I guess. We produce more productivity. Guys, I'm trying to build this on the fly right now. Forgive me. For more efficiency. Does this spelling check? No. So I don't know if that's how you spell efficiency, folks. Uh-oh. And it wasn't. It wasn't. Sweet. Okay. This is looking great though. Golly. So about, work, contact. What is TeamSyncer? That's what it is. Boom, boom, boom. And this I could put in some of the, let me think how to do it. And then what would this be? Maybe the timeline of when it got developed, and then maybe YouTube stuff, and then where it's going. There we go, folks. On the fly, just figuring it out. So, and this stuff I can kind of lose the tech stack stuff because it's not really relevant to, I guess I do label it in TeamSyncer, so maybe I could, but makes sense for, these are pretty cool though. Makes sense for, what's it called? For a portfolio, but for TeamSyncer as an application, I recognized, even in the About page, like people probably don't really care about the tech, you know what I mean? Obviously other engineers do, obviously other, if I'm using it as an employment portal, people do, but if I'm a customer of a project management solution, I got to be honest, I probably don't care, I probably don't. So I probably want to get rid of this area or embellish it heavily, and then this area as well. Like I mentioned, I'm so curious how they did some of this stuff though. This is great. This is fantastic. And I probably just want to get rid of a few things. Contact, I don't really care for people to contact. at least on the landing page. Now, obviously I have the report issues bug, and then you can contact through Stripe as well. But this isn't like email me personally for, for certain things. That's not what this is for. This is like landing, informative page, distribute users to the application. So welcome to Team Syncer. We produce more productivity we produce more efficiently. I'll have to work on that a little bit, folks. But okay, so what is Team Syncer? There we go. So that's where the about page takes us. And then let's go to the about page. Let's crack down one of these at a time. Service card. Guys, this is why I name stuff all the same, so I don't have to think twice on stuff. But I'm going to go to Infiniscrape, and I'm going to steal, where's that portfolio? I'm going to steal one thing. I'm going to put it behind just like a subtle soft glow behind this user's component thing. So let's see how I did that. Not to brag, I do like my folder structures a little better, but I'm not going to sit here and critique this. This is phenomenal, and I'm really fortunate to have access to the JavaScript mastery for the GitHub. Thank you to those guys one more time. But okay, so where did I do it? So pricing dashboard, boom. There's these glows that I have. They're just absolute values. I think they're in the layouts. Now that I think about it. Layout. Here's one, I believe. No, never mind. Absolute. Let's just look for this, and we should be able to find it. Background absolute. Here is background gradient. So I need both the background that and the gradient from the style sheet. Sorry guys, I know sometimes the dev process looks a little off the rockers. I guess to some degree it is, but let me open this back up. Landing page, boom. And I'm going to just slap this in. Actually, no. I'll slap it into, I think it's the experience that we're looking at, or that I'm looking to put the glow on, right? So experience. Boom, here we go. And vertical alignment. Nice. Let's just go ahead and paste in this background gradient deal. And I'm going to just put a bunch of things to see where we're at. Okay, sweet. So this is actually in one of the cards. And then I need this CSS, and I think that's all I need from that project. Guys, I am just stealing code like a little code monkey. So awesome. Let me pop this open as well. Okay, and let me find the CSS. Styles, where is the CSS? Index CSS. Okay, that'll work. That will work. Let's just add to it. Guys, and then I'll probably wrap it. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can see that looks kind of cool, to be honest. If I could, make it all proper, that would be pretty cool. But that's not what I want to do. I just wanted it behind there. But now that I've seen that the cards would look pretty awesome looking like that, that's definitely something I'm going to consider now. So I just wanted it, yeah, something like this. That's just a soft glow. Right behind. Oh, that's so pretty. That is just perfect, guys. So I don't know if you could see it very well, but you see that, how there's no glow, and then boom, now there's like this soft glow. Just to give like that certainly the 2023 feeling, and it looks good. You know, let's just call it as it is. It just looks proper, you know. But I don't want it to, you can see it's kind of pushing the edge of the box here, the boundaries. So I don't want that. Maybe I can try to, let's see. Let's find the right spot to put it. Something like this, no? Might be this about stuff that's, Or you know what? It probably is I need to match the background colors. That's what I probably need to do. So background colors is what we did not do. So I'll pop this here and let's see if that just kind of, if he's got it wired up in the entire application. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of those. And we'll say tertiary color, boom. We'll just pop ours in, see if that. So I see it changed the card colors, obviously. Okay, so guys, I'll need to spend a little more time with this, but I'm going to clean up the repository and just get it more my suited, and then, yeah, just run with this template because it is amazing. So especially this time, that's just masterful. That is masterfully created. So I am a huge fan, but this is looking proper, and I'm very excited to have kind of this landing-esque page slapped together that quick. So I need to figure out how to get it all oriented in the ecosystem. But the ecosystem grows, folks. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.